Hey there, and welcome to another edition in the locker room of Showcase. And to my left and to your right is, well, unfortunately, I have to call her a stranger to the locker room because she's never been in it before, though I've been asking her for years. So a whole bunch of you know who she is. Her name is Lily Tchen. And Lily Tchen is one of the top leaders in our company. Before I tell you about her, Lily, it's good to have you here in the locker room, honey. Been dying to get you in. You're so welcome. Let me just give you a little backdrop on who this amazing young lady is. Some 10 years ago, she came to work at our insurance company, and she has racked up an enormous amount of success. She competes with thousands of people, in fact, over 5,000 people every year, to become the top 10 producers, to get onto our national stage, when we're worldwide. And for the last 5 years, she's been on stage all of those years. What is it about you, Lily, that has enabled you to rack up so much success? What is it about you? What do you do? How do you attribute your success?
You know what? I think first of all, it's about seeing other people do it. So, and it's kind of funny that we're having this conversation because it always goes back to my very first convention. I think that was in Cancun. What year was that? In 2004.
Yeah.
And that was my very first convention. And I remember, sitting there way back in the room because, the people who just qualify sits in the back, right? And I remember I said to you came to my table to say hi to me, and I was like, Eric, like I want, I saw people going up on stage and getting the awards and giving their speeches, and this glamorous event, and I was like, I need to get up there. Like, how do I do it? And you said to me, you know what? You just do it. Here are your numbers. Get to know them. Break them down. Like, look at the top producers. Look at what they're doing. Wow. And remember, you sat down with me, and you at the dinner, you broke down to me like, this is what you have to write per month, for the year, and then by the month, and by the week, and by the date. That's all you got to do. And I'm like, really? That's all they did to get up there? And you're like, oh, yeah, that's all. And so I'm like, okay, that's all I have to do. So first thing is you have to see it because you have to know that's possible.
So okay, go ahead, keep going.
I saw that it was possible. And then you have to have someone, you have to have the belief factor, and meaning, you have to have someone who believes in you, who, knows that you can do it too. So it wasn't just like, oh, I think I can do it. It's, you said to him, like, why can't you do it? Just do it. Right. I'm like, well, Eric said to do it, then I will. Just like Eric told me the 30s would be my best, so it's gonna be. So I went home, and I did the numbers, and I said, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is what I have to do, and this how I'm gonna do it.
Determined to do it.
Yeah, and the greatest thing is when you put together a plan, and I talk about putting together a plan all the time, is you put together this plan, you stick to it, and every now and then you change it up, to, when things don't go the way that you want, but as long as you have a plan.
You make adjustments.
Right, exactly, you make adjustments. Mm-hmm. And as long as you stick to it and you're committed to it, it normally pretty much turns out the way it should.
Love it. What else would there be, Lily, that you would say?
It's believing that whatever it is that you want to do, that it's the only way to go.
No plan B kind of thing?
It's kind of because I was just talking about that. Like, you know what? Last year in 2012, I said, 2012 is going to be my record-breaking year, my personal record-breaking year, not within the company.
You made that statement to yourself.
I did. I decided it. At the end of 2011, I said 2012 will be the year I beat my record. And someone asked me, why? And I was like, because I have to. And then he said, well, what happens if you don't? And I didn't even answer that. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, that's not even an option for me. So you have to decide that if that's what you're gonna do, there's no other way, no other choice but that.
That's the relentless part. So wrapping up this locker room, Lily, here's what I love what you just gave everybody out there. Number one, know exactly what you want. You knew exactly what you wanted. Number two, find people who are doing what you do and learn from them.
Right.
And then the third part is to be relentless, and there is no plan B. Would you say that wraps up?
It.
Now, Lily Tchen, when everyone out there becomes a Lily Tchen, what life will they be living? Tell the camera, tell the members.
They will be living the best life.
Very best life. It's a wrap.
If you've enjoyed and feel the Daily Locker Room has served as an inspiration in your life, why not share it with a friend by sending them the daily message?